Things are falling apart for Disney Star Wars and Marvel franchises. First, the Hollywood trades admitted Disney is looking for replacement brands to buy or find for boys. Now the big stars of their big boy IP engines are ditching the Disney talking points. Katee Sackhoff says The Mandalorian broke her as an actress. It was so bad in season 3. And that's just the beginning of today's Disney woes. Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we continue to cover what's going on in Hollyweird, explaining entertainment, keeping you ahead of the culture curve. It's what we do with a passion and a zeal that even the Hollyweirds can feel. Folks, click the like button. Let's dive in. You all have seen this already. I just want to remind you of the change in the winds over at the Hollywood trades. Variety reporting that Disney is now buying up boy brands if they can find them. Good luck with that. They're naming Mr. Greenbaum as the man at Disney who has been tasked with the plan of replacing Star Wars and Marvel because they've failed. And this article came out by Matt Donnelly basically to say it's okay, folks. Here in Hollywood, you can now admit what the quote-unquote trolls have been saying for years. These franchises are in decline. Now, they're not going to tell you that they're being mismanaged. They can't do that because for how many years now, a decade or more, they've been telling you that this is what they should do. Yes, they're doing great. They're doing fine. So they can't tell you that they're in bad shape. What they have to say instead is they've been so darn successful. The boy brands at Disney have been so darn successful that they need new boy brands because they've pulled all the gold out of the mine that you can find. That's what they're trying to say, right? It's funny to see that. By the way, they're having to do that because of things like this. Fantastic Four. Another not great weekend for Fantastic Four, and it's done. It's over. $478 million is the worldwide box office. This thing will not break $300 million at the domestic box office. It will not break $300 million at the international box office. Put a fork in it, it's done. And anybody who tells you, oh, it's a big movie, oh, this is great. No, okay? Don't listen to that stuff. These movies, these superhero genre films, they're made with the belief that they are going to be a return on investment that justifies their big budgets. The big budgets are what it takes to make these superhero movies. And all you got to do is go down here and look and see that every step along the way, this movie was either at the lowest possible potentiality that the numbers could see, the website that we're on, or it actually fell off below and it's been actually growing how much lower it's performing than what the numbers thinks is possible, right? That grayish beige area is what it thinks is possible based on the last days. And it manages to underperform that every single time. Now imagine that you were Disney and that part of your big push for next year had to do with Pedro Pascal. In fact, imagine that the guy who stars in the Fantastic Four was also going to be the star of both your next big Marvel movie, sorry, Spider-Man, you don't count, you're still Sony's, and your Star Wars film. So this guy who managed to not climb to the highs they needed for Marvel to lead in the next movie, he's the star of both of their big boy franchises. And that's why you're starting to see actors jumping ship. They're ditching the Disney PR lines. They are completely done with that. I'm going to explain it. I'll show you why this stuff is coming out. Katee Sackhoff is wearing a start. She's with The Mandalorian. But that's not all. We've got a Marvel story in just a minute I want to show you. But again, a lot of this is happening because they know they're in trouble, right? And so your career comes before the mouse. Your career comes before the mouse. And the mouse bet everything on Pedro. Peepaw, right? The granddaddy of the internet. This is by Marvin Montanaro. It's breaking out of thatparkplace.com. Katee Sackhoff reveals The Mandalorian, quote, broke her. The real problem with Disney Star Wars confirmed. Now, one thing you can say that if Katee Sackhoff is out there telling you that this third season of The Mandalorian broke her, and we agree, listen, it broke me too. Sorry, Lizzo broke a lot of people. But if that third season broke Katee Sackhoff, what can you say? You can say that maybe things aren't going well with The Mandalorian movie. Otherwise, as a career decision, why would she say this? You know, a lot of people don't understand how Hollywood works. And you don't understand how the PR circuit works. You don't understand the game that's played. Now, I know you do. I'm talking about the other people who might be listening in. The drive-by journalists with their jumbo pencils taking notes right now. Here's the deal. You don't sit down with a reporter just to spill out your guts for the heck of it, right? This is a career, and doing the interviews is part of the career. And so You go in with a goal. So what is Katee Sackhoff's goal in saying The Mandalorian broke her? Season 3 broke her. With a movie coming out. Why would she present playing this role as if it's traumatic? Well, one might surmise she's trying to get ahead of whatever is coming in 2026. It says when Katee Sackhoff revealed in a recent interview that working on The Mandalorian broke her and stripped away her confidence, it stunned a lot of fans. No, it didn't. The only thing that's stunning is that she actually said it. Listen, I have no doubt that if anybody had any part in season 3, that their confidence was blown. I mean, that thing was an ugly wreck. After all, Sackhoff wasn't just another actor hired to fill a suit of Beskar and stand there pointlessly like Mercedes Mon Fernando. She was Bo-Katan. She originated the character in animation, gave her voice in the Clone Wars and Rebels, and carried the Mandalorian legacy long before Disney Plus ever entered the question. Okay. You got me on that one. By the time we get to the end of the paragraph, Marvin's right. If anyone should have felt grounded in the role, it was her. I see the angle. Okay, that's well played, yes. But Sackhoff admitted the opposite. She never connected with Bo-Katan in live action. She lost all her confidence after season 3, and she basically didn't work for 3 years because of it. That's not just a personal struggle, it's a window into what went wrong with the show and Disney Star Wars itself. Here's the quote from Katee Sackhoff. I lost all my confidence after Mandalorian, she admitted on an episode of her podcast, The Sackhoff Show. All of it. Bo-Katan is nowhere near who I am as a human being. I never felt her in my stomach. It broke me. It just broke me. The article goes on to say, those aren't the words of an actress riding high on Star Wars fame. They're the words of someone who says she started doubting everything about herself. She admits she basically didn't work for 3 years after season 3 wrapped. That's a career crisis, and it points to a deeper creative problem inside Disney's Lucasfilm. Being a part of a TV show should not leave you in a place where you don't think you can act anymore. Yet, and we've said this before, what happens when you find Bo-Katan in season 3 of The Mandalorian? Well, she's sitting on a big stone recliner. Okay, well, what does she do with her time? Who knows? She's a cartoon character. That character begins when the camera turns to her, and she sits in pause mode until the camera comes back. She has no life. Nothing is going on. It is juvenile, 5-year-old level writing, and I don't know who to blame, Jon Favreau or Dave Filoni. You take the choice, folks. You're smart enough. Figure it out. But somebody somewhere sucks at writing with The Mandalorian, and here comes the movie. Now, what do we know by Katee Sackhoff coming out and saying that this thing broke her and she didn't know what to do and it destroyed her career for 3 years? What do we know about that? Well, there's a Mandalorian movie coming out in less than a year. So what does it say about it? Well, it tells me that she might not be in a great place right now. Otherwise, she'd be high on life because she just had a great time filming for that movie. Is she in the movie? I don't know. Is she going to be cameoing in the movie and that's it? Maybe. Is she affected by what happened with Gina? Could be. I don't know what's going on, folks. I can only tell you that if you had a big Star Wars movie on the horizon in less than a year, you'd be excited, right? Right? You would have been 10 years ago. Something has changed. Something has changed. And this is not what Disney wants their actors to be saying. With a year left to go, right? We haven't even started the big PR push. And Disney, now, okay, so Sackhoff's, I guess she's sacked, right? Maybe, I don't know, maybe Disney will call her and say, what do we got to do? So who are you going to put out there? You got Pedro. How's that going for you, Disney? You want to get Creepaw out there again? Pedro Pascal? He's the Mandalorian, right? You can't put the stunt actors. They're behind a mask. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do, Disney? This is the problem when people start to jump ship. They start to tell the truth. So it's going to be down to like Jon Favreau does the entire PR press tour. And they'll bring out the little Baby Yoda thing. They're jumping ship over at Marvel as well. Out of that Park Place again, by Marvin again. Hey, it's a great website. Bookmark it, folks. I believe it's pronounced Kumail Nanjiani. Signed a 6-film Marvel deal for Eternals. And once boasted the film was upsetting the right people before it flopped. He also has changed his tune. The entire tune of Hollywood is changing very, very quickly because they are on the losing side of history. They love to say the winning side of it, the right side of history. The losing side. And they're losing their money. When Marvel Studios released Eternals in late 2021, the company thought it was launching the next Avengers-level franchise. According to Variety, Kumail Nanjiani, one of the stars of Eternals, had signed on for an ambitious 6-picture deal across a decade, complete with appearances in video games and even a planned theme park attraction. An Eternals theme park. Yeah, go put that in Epcot. Why not? Marvel believed this was the foundation of a bold new era. They were oh so wrong. Now, Nanjiani says it got really bad reviews and it didn't do that well. It shattered me. That's when I was like, oh, I need to go to therapy. Good Lord! This is 2 boy brands where the lead actors in some of this stuff are saying, it broke me. What is going on? How can this be? This sounds like something coming out of Nickelodeon from the early 2000s with kids shows. Therapy needed for everybody involved. Why would this need therapy? It's got to be, listen, this is, well, I'll tell you, here's one reason it might cause actors to need therapy for this stuff. Cognitive dissonance. They go in believing that they're about to stick it to the villains of the world. They're about to do the thing that is the right side of history, to say it again, right? They're going to Cracker Barrel this baby. And then the market responds. And the market responds absolutely the opposite of the way that they believe the entire world works and the way that Disney told them it was going to work and their PR publicist told it was going to work and all of that. And then they're going to go sit down on the couch with somebody and say, I don't understand a darn thing about how this world works. Right? And that's how you get Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill's every day, every moment of his existence now is dedicated to the Orange Man. Right? Mark Hamill lives in a dark land of villainy inside his head where he is the White Knight fighting against evil every single day. While the rest of us look at him and say, Mark, are you okay? This is the situation. This is what's happening to a lot of people. It says, instead, Eternals has gone down in history as Marvel's first high-profile misfire, the movie that first cracked the studio's invincible reputation, and the story of Marvel and Kumail Nanjiani illustrates just how much the Disney-owned studio miscalculated. So, there you go, folks. And don't forget, Angelina Jolie was involved in this. This was not a small deal. Angelina Jolie was trying to save this thing. And that's why you're starting to see everybody begin telling the truth more and more and more. Fantastic Four is another key part of this. And I think Disney's going to get some wins later in the year. They need those wins, right? They need Zootopia to do well. Boy, if Zootopia doesn't do well, Disney is in deep, deep doo-doo. Avatar, of course. Now, Avatar, everybody wants to say it's Disney. It kind of is, but it's really James Cameron. And then we get into next year. And next year, Disney's in trubs. Disney's in trubs. Stitch is not going to save him. He's not coming. He's not going to be there. And we could have a whole bunch of Elios, and everybody knows it. Nobody wants to touch it. Nobody wants their careers to go down in flames. They want to be in Minecraft 2. They want to be in Mario Brothers 3. They want to be in, K-pop Demon Hunters 2. That's where they want to be. They don't want to be touching Disney, and they're coming out and saying it. It's the tell. It's the tell, ladies and gentlemen. When the actors come out and tell you, yeah, it was awful behind the scenes. There's less danger in telling the truth now than to sticking to the company line. Right? Otherwise you wouldn't do it. That's what's happening here. And it's happening across the boy brands. Disney has dropped the boy brands, and now even the Hollywood trades are saying, it's okay. It's okay. Executives, workers at the water cooler, in the cubicle, you can say it now. I know. You'll sound like one of those, what we told you were Russian bots back with The Last Jedi. We know. But you can say it. It's okay. Because now it's part of the orthodoxy. All right, folks, you have always been part of the orthodoxy. No, really, I mean it. You are the light that shines upon the channel. You are the ones who feed the radioactive hamsters. Help us keep this thing going. Send this signal out across the YouTubes and the fruited plains of the US of A and beyond. Click that like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on all of this. And folks, we've got a pro show coming up tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. We've also got Relax Radio that just released on Prelude Pro Radio. Go check it out if you'd like to have music to study or catch some Z's to. It's Relax Radio over on Prelude Pro Radio. Folks, until the next time, we have the honor, the privilege, and the joy of spending time with you. Keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Oh no. Lawrence gonna be sad again. He's texted me last night about how bad the Odyssey's gonna be. That guy needs a pick-me-up.
Ah, Lauren's feeling down in the dumps again, huh? Sounds like he's feeling forlorn. Nice setup, Floral.
Wilton, don't you have a bridge to haunt or something? Leave Lauren alone. He's not even here to deal with your nonsense.
Well, 'cause he's all alone. There's no one there beside him. I bet he's just lamenting about his boring life. He probably needs WDW Pro to give him some good news. Like that Jonas was fired.
You're a pest, you know that? Lauren's fine. He's probably just, nervous or something. He's not sulking or anything.
Sulking? Oh, actually, he's probably just languishing. Picture it. Lorne staring at the movie screen, lamenting that he has to be there. And then the film ends, and like a Christmas ornament that fell off a tree, he's shattered.
You're weird.
I should troll the WDW Pro comments that Lauren's so down his... Wait a minute. Lauren's so down, he's practically Lawrencescape art.
Yeah, and I'd be thrilled if you'd leave and do that. For a few hours. Actually, it'll help Pro in the algorithm by you leaving comments, or noise, or whatever, on all of Pro's videos.
Noise? I am a maestro of mirth. Lauren's my new canvas. Like a mom folding laundry. Oh, that one sucked.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go check out the next TPP article and get launched into the stratosphere of information. Nobody wants to be lonely. Everybody hurts sometimes.